All right, hey guys, we are now at the bottom of the turtle sheet and we're to the point where we're kind of at the end of this whole thing. We're getting to the point where we're mixing all the stuff that we've done the past few days, last week, moles, grams, volume. We're mixing it all up. And this is where it's super, super important. If you're going to be as successful at these problems, go ahead, take the time to really diagnose what is given to you in the problem and what you're trying to find. Take that step to make sure you do it, because this is when we're going to really have to pay attention to the units, to the chemical, and to the numbers. And that's what makes these really hard. So on this first one, I'm still dealing with this recipe. This is my balanced chemical equation from the hydrogen, oxygen forms water. Well, in this one, we have 32.8 liters of water vapor. That's what's given to us. That's the number that's given to us. So I'm going to go ahead and write that. And that is grams of water. And then what are we trying to get to? How many grams of oxygen? Yeah, good. And so we're going to go ahead and put grams of oxygen over here. Now you can already notice, oh wait, I've already messed this up, haven't I? That's not grams. It's liters, right? Liters. And see, that's what I'm saying. You kind of really have to be important, because otherwise you get in the same kind of rhythm of doing grams. How about I just erase that and actually write it correctly? Might be a little bit helpful. Sorry. All right, let's try this again. 32.8 liters of water vapor. And again, this is a gas, that's why it's a vapor. So we're going to go from liters to grams. So just like we did on the last tutorial, and this last up above on the last problem, we're going from liters to moles. Well, how many liters are in a mole? 22.4 liters in 1 mole of water. Okay, so that's our first step. Divide by 22.4 to get from liters to moles. Next step, recipe step. Same as usual. And how do we know it goes where? Whatever is here goes here. Whatever you're trying to get to, which is oxygen, goes on top. And then the numbers just come from the recipe. 2, 1. And so we have 2 moles for every 1 mole. All right. Last step. We're in moles, but we're trying to get to what? Grams. And how do we go from moles to grams? Is it 22.4? No, it's not. It's the molar mass. So we're going to multiply by the molar mass. 1 mole of oxygen, we have O2, so that's 16 times 2, which is 32.00 grams of oxygen. And so when you're doing the math on this, I'm going to just go ahead and go step by step. I'm going to go 32.8 divided by 22.4, because it's on the bottom side. And then I'm going to divide that answer by 2. And then I'm going to multiply by 32. Now you could have gone the entire top divided by the entire bottom. It gets the same answer. It doesn't matter. Had 3 digits going into the problem, so I'm going to have 3 digits coming out. And I get 23.4. Hopefully, if you had your calculator, did this along with me, you got the same thing. Okay, I'm going to go speedy through this next one because I'm already up to 4 minutes, but I want to get through it. So, what's given to us? 2.3 times 10 to the second liters, and that's of oxygen, O2. What are we trying to get to? Moles of hydrogen, which is H2. Oh no, it's in scientific notation. Don't freak out. Remember the times 10 to the second. That just means you just move the decimal point to the right 2 times. So that's 230 liters of what? Oxygen, which is O2. And so now we have liters of oxygen. We need to always get to moles. How do we go from liters to moles? Just like we did up here. 22.4. It's nice and easy. You don't have to do any molar masses. Don't have to add up any of that stuff. Okay, and that's oxygen. What are we trying to get to? We're trying to get to moles of hydrogen. So our next step is to go from oxygen to hydrogen. Well, this is oxygen. This is hydrogen. Moles. Moles. And how many do we have from our recipe? Again, our recipe step. We have 1. Sorry, that's just a scribble. It really is. How about I just get rid of it? So we have 1 mole of oxygen, and we're trying to get 2 moles of hydrogen. Now, this is where usually we would throw in yet another conversion, times 10 to the new and multiply by the molar mass, or 22.4. But what is it asking for? Oh, it's asking for moles. That's what we're trying to get to. And what was our last step? Moles of hydrogen. So we are already there. We do not have to do any. Let's just get rid of all that and go back to just an equal sign. So this makes it, again, you don't necessarily always have 3 conversion units. Sometimes you've got 2. And so now we're going to go, when you do the math, we're going to go 230 divided by 22.4 equals times 2 equals 220.5 moles. And actually, since it's 2 digits going in, how about we round that to 21 moles of hydrogen gas. So again, these are all mixed up, and we're going to do more and more examples of these doing all mixed up. If you can get these and determine what's going in, what's coming out, and do all the math right, then you are doing great. All right, I will talk to you guys later.